France may be famous for its romantic cities, fine wines, and world-class cuisine, but beneath the beauty lies a hidden world of organized crime, legendary heists, and ruthless gangsters. These are 10 of the most shocking and unforgettable gangster stories in French history. Jacques Mesrine, the most wanted man in France. Known as the Man of 1,000 Faces, Jacques Mesrine was France's most notorious gangster in the 1970s. He committed armed robberies, kidnappings, and prison breaks across multiple countries. Mesrine styled himself as a modern-day outlaw, charming in public, but deadly when cornered. After years on the run, he was gunned down by police in 1979 in a dramatic ambush in central Paris. His legend still captures the French imagination today. The French Connection, the global heroin pipeline. In the 1960s and 70s, Marseille became the hub of a massive drug network smuggling heroin from Turkey to the United States. Known as the French Connection, this operation fueled the American heroin epidemic and involved corrupt officials, chemists, and underworld figures. The takedown of the network by French and U.S. authorities was a landmark in global narcotics enforcement and inspired the Oscar-winning film The French Connection. 3-story. Redouane Faïd, the master of escapes. Redouane Faïd, a career criminal of Algerian descent, gained fame for his bold robberies and unbelievable prison escapes. In 2013, he used explosives to break out of jail. In 2018, he escaped again, this time using a helicopter and armed accomplices disguised as commandos. Faïd was later captured after a nationwide manhunt. Nicknamed the real-life Lupin, his story reads like a Hollywood thriller. 4-story. The Corsican Mafia, France's silent crime syndicate. Operating mostly in southern France and Corsica, the Corsican Mafia, known as Le Milieu Corse, has controlled drug trafficking, arms smuggling, and political corruption for decades. Unlike flashy gangsters, these crime lords work quietly in the shadows. Their influence extends into Marseille, Nice, and even Paris, with links to international mafias. Many politicians and police officials have allegedly turned a blind eye to their operations. 5-story. Albert Spaggiari, the gentleman thief. In 1976, Albert Spaggiari led a team of thieves who dug into a bank vault in Nice through the sewers. Over several days, they stole over 50 million francs in cash, gold, and jewels. Spaggiari famously left a note behind: without hate, without violence, and without weapons. He was eventually caught but escaped from a judge's office by jumping out a window and lived the rest of his life as a fugitive in Latin America. 6-story. The Lyon Gang, kings of the armed robbery. During the 1990s and 2000s, Lyon was home to one of France's most organized and dangerous robbery gangs. Known for their military-style precision, they targeted armored trucks and banks across the country. Heavily armed and willing to shoot, the gang avoided capture for years. Their leader, Tony Mousselin, famously stole 11.6 million euros from a security van without using violence, and turned himself in shortly after, becoming a folk anti-hero. Story. Claude Genova, the godfather of Marseille. Claude Genova ruled Marseille's criminal underworld in the 1980s and 90s. He ran drug trafficking operations, nightclubs, and protection rackets, often backed by a network of corrupt police and politicians. His power was challenged by rival gangs, leading to bloody shootouts in the streets. Genova was finally brought down by wiretaps and undercover operations, but his reign exposed the depth of corruption in southern France. Under 8-story. Karim Achoui, the gangster's lawyer. Though not a gangster himself, Karim Achoui became a notorious figure in the French criminal world. He was the lawyer of choice for gangsters, drug traffickers, and mafia figures. His close connections to the underworld made him a controversial figure. In 2007, he survived an assassination attempt outside his office, believed to be a warning from organized crime groups or intelligence agents. Achui later founded a controversial political movement and continues to be a public figure. 9 story. The Zemmour brothers, Marseille's blood brothers. The Zemmour brothers, originally from North Africa, rose to power in Marseille's drug trade in the 1980s. Their empire involved smuggling hashish, heroin, and cocaine across North Africa and Europe. They were known for both their wealth and brutality, using fear and violence to control the streets. After years of surveillance, the brothers were arrested, but their operations inspired a new generation of Marseille gangsters. 10 story. Yvon Colonna, the fugitive nationalist. Yvon Colonna was a Corsican nationalist convicted of assassinating the French prefect of Corsica in 1998. After the murder, he went on the run for 5 years, hiding in the Corsican mountains while the police searched the island. When he was finally caught, he became a symbol of Corsican resistance for some and a terrorist to others. In 2022, he was murdered in prison under mysterious circumstances, sparking protests and renewed nationalist sentiment.